What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another FIFA 22 video. It is 6 p.m. There's some brand new premium gold player packs. It is Tuesday. I don't really know if Tuesday is generally a good day for content or not, but what I do know is that this game is in a bad state right now. There is just not much to do in general. Anywho, let's have a look if there's any new objectives. There is no new objectives. Any new milestones? There is no new milestones. Deary me. Any new SBCs? There is Philip Kostic. 2 segments needed. There for 7 days. Oh, that is it. Oh, dearie me. Now, this obviously is a live item. 3-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot. Do you know what? As a left back, he'd be all right. With like an anchor or something like that. His passing's quite nice. He's got very good crossing. His dribbling's quite nice. For a big man, he's got good agility and balance. 6 foot tall, high work rate. In a 3-5-2 at left mid, he would be very good. His shooting's all right. His pace is very good. His physicals are real nice. He's just not an awful player. The problem with him is 3-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot, 2 segments needed, an 82 rated squad with a team of the week player for a small prime mixed players pack, and an 83 rated player with a Bundesliga player with 75 chemistry for a mixed players pack. I mean, it's like a, what, 25, 27k. That's not bad. It depends. What are Frankfurt Europa League groups? What are Frankfurt likely to do in the Europa League? They are currently top of their group with 2 wins and 1 draw. Now, did they win the last game? They did, which means they only need to win 2 more games against Olympiacos, Antwerp, and Fenerbahce. 2 wins out of those 3 games, and he'll get upgraded to an 87. And then, of course, if they qualify, which they're looking good to do with 7 points off the first 3 games, he'll go up to an 88. So him as an 88 isn't actually awful. What we will say, 92 pace, 83 or 84 shooting, 87 or 88 passing, 88, 89 dribbling, maybe 74, 75 defending, and like 83, 84 physical. He could be genuinely very good for how cheap he is. So if we just look at Kostic as a standalone, just him, as let's ignore the fact that the rest of the content in FIFA 22 is absolutely atrocious at the moment. If we just look at him as who he is, it's not bad for like 25, 27k. It's not bad. But if we like group it with where we're at with the game right now, there is nothing to do. Anyone that needs to do that Kostic will spend 10 minutes doing that Kostic, and then what? Then where do you go? Yeah, I think left back he'll be all right. Or maybe left mid in a 3-5-2, or left wing back in a 5-3-2 or a 5-2-1-2 or something like that. I think that's the only hope you've really got for him. He was an 88. I couldn't care less about that card. Walk out. German. Cam. Ozil. Oh, Müller. Do you know what? Ozil has probably got almost as good stats as Müller. And he's like 82 rated. Just buy Fonzie. I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, but you could make that argument of just buy this person or just buy that person for every single SBC, right? Instead of completing Ronaldo SBC, just buy Ronaldo. You know. So you could certainly pave a way for the argument that at all times you could just buy next player. But let's have a look at his in-games on Footbin. Let's have a look at whether or not this is upvoted or downvoted. I have a feeling this will be massively downvoted because it's another player. I wonder actually as well with regards to Kostic. Is he the kind of... So guys, we were talking about the kind of player Kostic could possibly have been. Unfortunately, I've been playing around with all my audio settings today and reset a whole bunch of stuff for a better life, which obviously it hasn't caused right now. The second half of the video that went live at 6 p.m. was muted. So I do apologize for that for the few thousand of you guys that managed to watch it and got to halfway through the video where I switched on to Footbin to have a look at him and stuff. you definitely would have missed out on all of what I said. I probably just rambled on for a little bit that wasn't actually that valuable, but let's take a little look at Kostic's in-game stats. And before we do go anywhere, right? Like I can't remember what I was talking about then, or I don't even know what I've talked about in the video here, right? I actually believe that Kostic is good value for money. I know I'm in a minority. I know people in general don't always agree with my opinion on SBCs. But I think if you just remove the fact that he's 3-star, 2-star, which, let's not be silly, I know that having 3-star, 2-star is a massive detriment to a player, specifically if you're a big skiller. But if you remove the fact that he has 3-star, 2-star, he's got a very, very good card, right? He's got very good pace. He's got very good shot power and long shots with good positioning and finishing. He's got really good vision and short passing on base stats with good curve. He's got insane crossing. He's got great stamina and really good strength and aggression. He's got very well-rounded dribbling, even with the regards of him being 6 foot tall. He's got high work rates. And I honestly believe that in a 3 at the back or a 5 at the back, he could be a beast. You know, there's a multiple different style of chem styles you could use, especially if you are using him like as a defender, because you could really use him as a left back. But an anchor chem style there, great pace, insane physical. I'd probably go over Shadow. Good interceptions, like interception and defensive awareness are a little bit poor, but standard style tackle are decent. You could give him something like a Sentinel, way better defensive awareness, way better heading, great physicals, you lose a bit of pace. But you could genuinely, like, my favorite formation so far this year is actually the 3-5-2. And I think he suits the 3-5-2 perfectly. As a comparison, now I didn't talk about this in the first time I put the video up, but I currently use Jordi Alba as my left mid in a 3-5-2. So when we compare Kostic to Jordi Alba's 3-star, 3-star, but I've been successfully using Jordi Alba at left mid. Kostic has more pace, more shooting, more passing, more physical, a bit less defending and more dribbling. Like, and I like, the only thing Jordi Alba lets me down at left mid is the fact he can't shoot. So the fact that Kostic can shoot, and he's faster, and he can pass better, and he's more physical, I genuinely believe he would be an insane left mid in a 3-5-2. And I currently have an engine chem style on Jordi Alba, and an engine chem style on Kostic makes him rapid, strong, brilliant passing with perfect crossing. Left foot for those whip crosses are great. He's got 98 dribbling. He's got 92 balance. He's got good agility, good reactions, good ball control. He honestly is good value, in my opinion, at 32k. And I think he's probably less than 32k. I think he's probably closer to 27k, right? But the other thing that I think people aren't really understanding, and this is something we did look at in the other video, right? He gets an upgrade if Frankfurt win 3 of their final 4 group stage games. They won their first game. They're in a very easy group. They're already top of the group with 7 points. You would expect him, like 100% expect him, to get upgraded to an 87 at the very least and an 88 most likely. Which means for a 30k card, and we'll go into the price of this in a second too, for a 30k card, to get a player that is likely to go to an 88 with base card stats, where if EA are going to be dirty, they're just going to add +2s across the board. But more than likely, something like his defending will get +4, physical maybe +3. But even if they only add +2s to this card, it makes this card an absolutely exceptional card. And again, I know I'm in a minority, right? I know I'm in a minority based on the fact that the active challenges for him is massively downvoted. But I can't help but think this is a bargain price for a very good card. And then when we look at the SBCs, right? Now, obviously, the team of the week is something that's a bit more expensive, the inform card. But somebody in my stream had said, you discard these cards on a daily basis right now because there's not a lot to do in FIFA. The amount of times I've actually discarded, even Jean-Felix, Pedro Porro, this Coates card I've discarded so many times. You've probably thrown away more of these sort of players than you have kept, or because you've got duplicates, which means you'll be able to do this with untradeable fodder in your club. And the only thing that's coming expensive is the SBC, right? The inform. But then the likelihood is you more than likely have an untradeable inform in your club as well. Now, I know there is the opportunity cost there, but as I say, for me personally, in my personal opinion, I think Kostic is a very good player for a very good price. The only thing he's not going to do well for you is if you play like 4-2-3-1 and you're playing him like left cam or central cam, because then the skill moves and weak foot are going to let you down. But if you play 4-4-2 or 3-5-2 or something of those variations, or 5-3-2 or something like that, I think he's a banging card. And that is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.